saw the sky fall, I trust. I doubt you could have missed it. And wherever the sky falls, a dragon soon appears to lay waste to the land. Or so I had assumed, after what befell Melv. Yet aught here appears to be different. I must examine that creature. It may well be the key to unraveling the origins of this cataclysm.
The path through this rock has been sealed to us. There's naught for it but to search for an alternate... Many paths are close to us now, on account of the dragon's descent, no doubt. But we must find a way to reach it.
Confound this obstruction. But I suppose I ought to have expected this. Answers were ne'er so easily won. Monsters! Summoned by that beast, no doubt.
You need not rest on my monster. I've never felt more alive. Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige. Stay with me, Arisen. Wait a minute. Tremendous work! Once more!
Principles unproven are as dust on the wind.
Stand and fight, you gutless wanderer!
Enough dallying. Follow me. A fine welcome indeed. I can only hope that the worst is now behind us. Few know.
I grant you life, Tang.
There it is. The dragon at the heart of all this destruction.
Whatever 'tis you need, I shall gladly oblige.
What a singular creature. Is this what... Why did you destroy it? The secrets we might have learned. Never mind. You've your charge, 'tis true, and the fiends appear to be falling back. But I trust you won't object if I take a sample of its remains. After all, your role is to save this world, and mine is to pursue its secrets. Go, do what you must. I will remain here and continue my work. Someday soon, I will lay bare the truth of this world, and on that day, I will slip the yoke of this broken order that rules us all.
Not even Burnworth is safe from the pool of destruction. Now we face a foe no less ruthless than the dragon.
I will see it answered for every last innocent who lies its name.
Master, my heart knows no greater peace than when I am by your side. Not even Burnworth is safe from the pool of destruction. Now we face a foe no less ruthless than the dragon. I will see it answered for every last innocent who lies its name. Do not give up hope. Help will come. which will solve it.
Never mind. Our master will do what is right, regardless of what the battle is.
dragon looked to be far more powerful than any monster we have yet to encounter. We must face our comprehension,
however fearsome it may be.
This battle is ours!
magic granted in the mental room. The elves of Yara have buried treasure in the woods. It saddened them to see it far from the sea. My protection.
The fiend moves nimbly by clinging to the terrain. Try to keep it within your gaze at all times.
Mayhap if we follow close behind it, we can find a way to get ourselves into an advantageous position.
Understood. Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall. Understood. The bride has receded. We'll not find a better opening. Strike the horn. Now! The creature is gone. Let us revel in the knowledge that this region has escaped its destruction.
Glow's red.
with
It
fury.
would seem there is far more at stake
What have we
here.
done to earn its...
Oh, you return. I am so happy to see you safe. You were gone so long. I was very worried. Oh. You think we should leave the arbor? I am not sure my father will like that idea, but I can try to convince him. Please, follow me.
As arborist, Sir Taliesin is the leader of the Elven people. Let us follow our guide that we might speak with him.
I quite agree.
Onne Kasinke.
The language of the elves is entirely foreign to me.
Findelnar, nevea nolwende lis kemen. Morivin lis palan oio eromar meltol netara.
Kasinke telpe nun finaler, nun mor arta her. Fionar elwe arfarne nenwen sur orne, iavstir lalastar.
Morvani morivin Findelnar. Nevea tara morivin. Lis va aldakar kemen ros. Hera ur lis nun. Yav morin garina like asar kemen ros iloratu anfir tara. Eteler caril morivin alcadar palan. Kemen nun lis alecano. Surne kemen ros herenon yav kuruir. Falis isilrod lintar. Ne yav alecano vea nun sinde lungtena.
Nun lis amanda kill angadur femor.
Herenon nun lia Findelnar. Lia wemor. Findelnar morivin orne osto. Firnis morivin. Morivin kemen turalecano.
Alcarwa fir nun eldaya, ane martir, tindome ingarina fa alme alcarwa? Eteler, lea fermor eldalia eralotte. Sorne an fameltol. Vanelin hyror soron. Kasinke telpe nun finaler. Lera nefir heranon, anne arta her firnis. Nullis amanda kill angadur.
Only time will tell whether the cutting shall take root. For now, let us make for the seafloor shrine.
Understood. 'Twas a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
Ilmen Arenfanne.
Kasinke telpe nun finaler. Lera nefir heranon, anne arta her firnis. Aidalia anandor, nun lintan. Heror anne oia fermor, anendune falumtena?
Nenamboe javstir uru Findelnar. Liateren ayale. Kemen ros uru neteren, neromen anartelpe minasvana. Nun kemen ros osto luin eldalia, ne kemen vea alcarua.
Luintarme kinalen meltol, parante lume anlis, ne kemen kayayinju nun sil, ne meltol linkan aldacar an fir nun fiamor. Morivin paran vanis tiel?
Palan menran, lis fa arnefane. Elorato ala, nun mor arta her. Nenwen mor aiwanon, alcarwa fir nun eldaya menelume sur carilm, iavstir lalastar. Nun falasmir malananon, anamor lit.
I thank you, friend. It would be no exaggeration to say that you have saved my people.
Your fight continues, does it not? Be well, and come back safe. In this world.
There are more who can yet be saved. We ought to choose our next destination based on the movements of the clouds.
Well met, sir.
Your Majesty. How glad I am to see you safe. Where have you been this past month? The end of the world? Are things truly so dire? Though, I am aware of the dragon attack on Melv. We received word that naught but a smoking ruin remains. 'Twas a tragedy, and I would not see it repeated. However, without a clear path, we in the Guard shall be hard-pressed to forestall the impending crisis. You would have me evacuate the city? I see. Mayhap 'twould be for the best. Ever since the fall of Melv, the citizens of Vernworth have lived in fear that their homes are next to be assailed. If there is safe harbor to be found elsewhere, I believe we have naught to lose by seeking sanctuary. But I doubt I could convince the people of this city to abandon their homes, however terrified they may be. Methinks your majesty would do better to ask this of the Regent King. After the false sovereign vanished and the world was altered, His Grace has been the one keeping order here in Vermont. If the people will heed anyone, 'tis him.
Maintaining order in Vermont must be quite a burden upon the young Regent King. Let us aid him however we may.
Understood.
I only pray my watch finishes without incident.
So you've come. I'm glad to see you. Captain Brandt has already apprised me of your proposal. If truth be told, I had reached the same conclusion. So long as we cower within these walls, we must live in fear of going the way of Melv. My ministers have approved the plans, and I have petitioned the encampment survivors and the Thieves' Guild for aid. The only remaining obstacle is my mother. She has set herself stubbornly against any such flight. I have tried to make her see reason, but of late she has taken to shutting herself in her chambers. However, I fear that my position permits me to entertain her fancy no longer. I must put the needs of the common folk before her selfish whims. Now, there are a few matters I must attend to before we can evacuate. And we will require several ox carts to carry the sick and aged out. Might I prevail upon you to petition the merchant at the ox cart station? You may assure him that the Royal Treasury will foot any and all expenses.
Queen Regent Disa hardly leaves her chambers, and all her meals come back scarcely touched. Between you and me, I fear for her health.
Quiet at last.
Have you come to claim my life, Arisen? Well, far be it from me to deny you, but I shall go to the grave with a smile on my lips, for I have no regrets. All I did for my darling son. So do as you will. I have no intention of begging for mercy. Do with me as you will. I fear you loathe me, Arisen. I fear you loathe What are you doing?
Dull days for us are a sign that all is well.
You have brought Mother to me. I see. My thanks.
Sven.
You may leave us. Now that we can speak without a door twixt us, I am confident that I can persuade her. Mother, I beg you, join the evacuation. You need not fall with this city. I would not see you take your crimes wholly on your own shoulders. That weight is as much mine to bear as 'tis yours.
My son, you truly would make a fine and goodly ruler. Your kindness will save many lives. Of that I have no doubt.
Be gone with you, ruffian. These carts are mine, and if you think I'll surrender a single one, I require the use of all of them to transport my wealth.
Begging your pardon, sir, but I've just sold off my last...
Be gone with you. And if you think I'll surrender I require the use of all of them.
Is this enough to have avoided the worst?
Be gone with you, ruffian. These... And if you think I'll surrender I require the use of all... What are you doing? Put that away. No! Spare me! I pray you! I fear for my life.
Well, reckon he won't be coming back here in a hurry. As a matter of fact, I'd like to thank you for that. It didn't sit right, see? Having my wares claimed by some puffed-up minister trying to say... Anyhow, as long as I've got my gold, who takes the carts is no concern of mine. And if that craven comes crawling back, I'll tell it...
They say a crisis reveals one's true character, but that man was no less miserably selfish than he always seemed.
Right you are.
Ah, you've returned. How you do? My thanks. That puts paid to the last of our preparations. I will inform the citizenry forthwith. I am grateful.
You have my gratitude.
Her Majesty has begun her supplications. None may see her ere they conclude.
Stay your hand, Vera. This one may pass. Come hither. We would speak with you. So you are returned, Sir Arisen. We are gladdened to find you safe and well in the midst of this calamity. Now, to what do we owe the pleasure of this visit? You would have the people of this nation abandon their homeland to seek sanctuary elsewhere. 'Tis no small thing you ask of us. We will require some time to consider. For now, prithee speak with Sir Manella. You will doubtless find her patrolling the city. Her assistance will be indispensable if we are to undertake the evacuation of Batal and the checkpoint rest town.
Ah, Sir Arisen. You are returned, I see. With the world in such disarray, I could not stand to be away from my homeland. Thus did I return, to render what aid I may. I maintain order as best I can, but for every fire I extinguish, it seems 3 more are incited behind my back. But enough of my woes. What brings you here? You wish us to evacuate? Mayhap the idea merits some thought. After all, if we sit on our haunches, 'tis likely only a matter of time before we share the fate of Mel. Alas, the people of Batal are far from united in purpose at present. Should we proceed, unheeding of their divisions, I fear that our efforts would come undone ere long. With every soul at their wits' end, conflict is like to spark at the slightest provocation. As such, before we take any measures, I would have you walk amongst the people, Sir Arisen. Behold their plight with your own eyes. And should you encounter any discord, pray do aught you can to resolve the people's quarrels and assuage their fears. Such efforts will doubtless allow the evacuation to proceed all the more smoothly. As for me, my work here is far from done. Let us part ways for now, and reconvene when you have accomplished all you can.
flared tempers are understandable given the circumstances. Let us aid in mediating the quarrels arising in Batal.
Right you are.
Oi! I saw it first. Pfft, trust a flea-ridden hide to take it all for himself.
Why must I share with a fangless one? This is no more your food than Batal is your land.
You there! You couldn't have come at a better time. Put this upstart in his place for me, won't you? Go on, lay into him. If that's what you think, why don't you mind your own business?
Aye, clear off. Pretty words shan't fill our bellies. How dare you?
You've pushed your...
You said it's bad to hurt people. Wow! Thanks, sir. Say, Rakim, would you like some?
Really? Thanks. That's mighty kind of you. If only our fathers could do the same.
Oi, leave my kid alone.
You're not some child snatcher, are you?
Wait, you shared your food with them. Thank you, sir. As for you, Nomos, it would seem we were both but looking out for our children, hey?
Aye. Mayhap we're not so different after all. And we both had children fed. We've no reason to quarrel.
The desire to protect one's kin transcends race and culture. It just goes to show, we are none of us so different.
Ah! You're just riding on your father's coattails!
You slander my honor, sir! I demand a duel. This is no business of yours. Be gone!
Now, Narborough, let's not be too hasty. If we are to duel, we ought to have a witness. Otherwise, who's to say the victor fought with honor?
Aye, true enough. Without a witness, either of us could simply kill the other, then disavow the use of any underhandedness. Well, sir, what say you? Will you watch over us while I take this scoundrel to task? This knave dared to slight my honor. He said my swordsmanship was hardly fit to wound a training dummy. The bloody nerve of him.
And I'd say it again. 'Twas your dear father's patronage that made you a sentinel, not your own skill.
Very well. I'll not force the issue, but do keep back, lest you become entangled in the fray.
Ah! Let us settle this, once and for all!
You know. I know you can.
How dare you interrupt a battle between honorable opponents?
Such humiliation shan't go unanswered. Prepare yourself, sir.
Steel yourself!
We
shall not
Nothing upstairs in.
Steel yourself! And we
Cross the line!
Heavens have mercy!
Dare violate the sanctity of our duel?
This can't be happening!
put your back into it!
This can't be happening! Plan to roll over and die, this!
Another cup of tea.
Steel yourself!
Put your back into it!
What?
Wait.
hold fast. You have this.
If you would like me to fight alongside you, just say the word. This wound is proof of my negligence.
Look at us! Put in our place like a pair of whelps!
I ought to thank you for holding up a mirror to our foolishness. We've better things to do than squabble over petty slights.
Aye, consider your lesson well taught. Methinks I'd best reapply myself to my training.
I was most surprised when you intervened in their duel. Did you aim to temper their pride by proving neither your equal?
Outstanding. Certainly, Arisen. How might I be of aid?
There's no two ways about it.
I've had well enough of your nitpicking.
I reckon the world would be better off without you.
Oi, you! Don't go poking your nose in our business.
Aye, leave off or we'll make you.
Trust in yourself as I trust in you.
How cruel!
Go on.
This is your chance.
No thanks.
Don't think I'll stand for this. All is not lost.
Fine. This one's got thick skin.
You're telling me? I don't think I've got another punch left in me.
Bah. I can't stomach more quarreling after this. It's drained the fight right out of me.
Too right. I've clean forgotten what we were arguing about to begin with, if I'm honest.
Their tempers do appear to be quelled, but I hope you aren't injured, Master.
Now that is a surprise.
Time to hit the sack.
Ah, Sir Arisen. In less pressing circumstances, I would take issue with your methods, but I cannot deny your efficacy. The people of Batal are beginning to see that they must stand together if they are to survive this calamity. We shall see the fruits of your labors when the time comes to evacuate. At the very least, we need not expect too much opposition to the announcement. Pray, return to Empress Nadinia and apprise her of your doings. I must remain here to ensure no further squabbles arise. Heavens only know how many lives you have saved this day. I hope you'll accept this humble reward for your efforts.
What say we report back to Empress Nadinia? Her Majesty ought be willing to commence the evacuation now.
Of course.
One of our ministers informs us that you have been espied in the city, resolving the people's troubles. You have our gratitude for your efforts, which have doubtless bettered the fate of this nation and its citizenry. Your journey continues, does it not? We wish you good fortune on your travels, wheresoe'er they may take you.
Pray excuse the interruption, Your Majesty, but I fear time is upon us. I would see you prepared for the road ahead.
Indeed. Forgive us, but we must take our leave.
That Batal and the rest town are now safely evacuated. I'm certain we can rely upon Sir Manella to keep the peace.
That was certainly worthwhile.